Hello students, welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the third week of the September month. This will be an important session, so do pay attention till the end. You will be learning multiple things that will be benefiting in your preparation. So let's start. The first question is, which international organization has recently collaborated with Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying to strengthen One Health approach for pandemic preparedness? So, which is the international organization that has tied up with AHND, that is your Department of, it should be DAHD, that is your Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, to strengthen One Health approach for pandemic preparedness? It is World Organization for Animal Health. That is option 2, World Organization for Animal Health, that is WOAH, right? They tied up with DAHD in order to strengthen the health approach for pandemic preparedness. Correct. Apart from this, there was a multi-sectoral workshop that was titled Risk-Based Management of Spillover Events in Wildlife in India. And there were 4 main objectives here, right? It was enhancing the knowledge about wildlife origin disease, then conducting a comprehensive gap analysis, stimulating disease spillover scenarios, and promoting communication and awareness among relevant stakeholders, right? Then apart from this, remember zoonotic or zoonotic disease or zoonose. These are the zoonotic disease are those animals that are transferred from animals to humans, right? And COVID-19 was considered to be one of the zoonotic disease. Apart from this, remember, if we are talking about this pandemic preparedness, right, if anything happens in future, right, we should be prepared. If a similar situation to that of a COVID-19 arises, that we should be prepared ahead and we should deal with such scenarios in hand. That is the reason this workshop and this partnership was done recently. Correct. Then apart from this, recently tell me which organization has tied up with ISRO in order to enhance their AI capabilities. So ISRO tied up with which organization? It is your Amazon Web Service. This is a cloud-based platform of Amazon, and they tied up together in order to enhance the AI capabilities for space programs. Then which is the official airline for Indian football team? For Indian football team, which is the official airline? It is Indigo. Correct. Then which state government has recently reserved 27% for OBCs in their local body, that is the panchayat? It is Gujarat state. And in Gujarat only, remember, the second edition of Semicon India was held, and Gujarat is also the state that is emerging as the hub for the manufacturing of semiconductors. Next, Union Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Purushottam Rupala, launched Shrimp Crop Insurance Scheme that was developed by Agriculture Insurance Company of India Limited, AIC, with the support of ICAR and their department Dash. So first of all, remember this AIC tied up with which department of ICAR? It is your Central Institute of Brackish Water Aquaculture. Correct. So here it is your Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Animal Husbandry and Dairy's Union Minister Purushottam Rupala. He launched this shrimp crop insurance scheme. This scheme was developed by AIC and ICAR, Central Institute of Brackish Aquaculture. This is the department of ICR. In collaboration with AIC, they developed this shrimp crop insurance scheme. In Hindi, shrimp is your jhingas, right? And it is a edible. Correct. People used to consume this, or people generally consume these shrimps. Correct. So remember, it is your Central Institute of Brackish Aquaculture, that is a arm of ICAR. Then apart from this, remember, if asked recently how many new Sainik schools will be developed, and for this approval was given by Rajnath Singh's, and how many 23 new Sainik schools has been approved, and they will be developed under partnership mode. Apart from this, government has received how much amount from NTPC as a dividend. So it is 1487 crore rupees, right? So NTPC gave 1487 crore dividend to the government. Next, GI registry granted GI tags to dash states Ataryapuram, Puthra, Kelu under the foodstuff category. So which is this state? It is Andhra Pradesh product, that is Atherapuram Pothra Kelu. Pothera Kulu, correct? So this is the product and it is from Andhra Pradesh that recently got the GI tag. And this Atherapuram, remember, this is a sweet dish, correct? And it is made out of rice and jaggery, right? Mark this important. And this Atherapuram, remember, it is a village in Andhra Pradesh only, and it is basically this sweet was named out of this. Next thing, remember, recently which organization signed an MOU with UP government to set up an integrated e-bus plant, an electric bus plant? It was set up by UP government in collaboration with which organization? It is Ashok Leyland. Then apart from this, if we are talking about Ashok Leyland, we know they develop tractors. So MS Dhoni has recently became the brand ambassador of which company? Swaraj Tractors. Next, so right option here becomes option 3. Next, which country along with India has recently agreed to train Indian seafarers in polar and Arctic waters? It is Russia. Correct. I repeat, India along with Russia, they have agreed to train the Indian seafarers in the polar and Arctic waters, and they will be location will be Russia, where they will be performing this, or they will be carrying out this exercise. Then next, remember, skills on wheels. This initiative was launched by Om Birla and our education minister Dharmendra Pradhan ji. Apart from this, recently ICICI Bank, they tied up with which branch of IIT in order to foster startup innovation, right? In order to foster startup innovation, which is the IIT? It is your IIT Kanpur, and this IIT Kanpur is located in Uttar Pradesh, and this is the bank that has tied up with them is ICICI Bank. Next, name the bank that recently launched Sathi, that is Sustainable Access and Aligning Technology for Holistic Inclusion. You should remember the full form of it, right? And this Sathi question asked is which bank has launched this Sathi to provide basic banking services to all the centers for a minimum of 4 hours per day in a fixed outlet. So which is this bank? It is Indian Bank. They have launched this Sathi, right? And this will provide basic banking services to all the centers for a minimum of 4 hours a day. The program will make it easier for customers to access and use banking services, and it is also offering both basic and value-added services to the customers, right? And here remember, Indian Bank needs to have more than 5,000 newly appointed new BCs, that is your business correspondents, correct? And apart from this, remember, as of now, currently Indian Bank, they have a total of 10,750 business correspondents. This is just a basic knowledge, but important thing to remember here is this Sathi. This was launched by Indian Bank. Then apart from this, Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna Awas Yojana. This is of MP government, MP government has also launched a scheme that is to provide compensation to the mob lynched victims. Right, it is Madhya Pradesh that will be providing this. Then apart from this, remember, which is the first hospital in India that has launched India's first dedicated OPD services for the transgenders. Which is that hospital? It is RML hospital. Apart from this, remember, there is a scheme for transgenders, that is SMILE, that is to provide shelter, food and basic health facilities to the people who are indulged into the begging and those who are transgenders. Next, name the ministry that recently launched a dedicated website to monitor Swachhta Campaign 3.0 and a special campaign for disposal of pending matters 2023. So, which is the ministry? It is Ministry of Science and Technology. Correct? Dr. Jitendra Singh recently launched a dedicated website that will monitor Swachhta Campaign 3.0 and special campaign for the disposal of the pending matters 2023. Correct? Apart from this portal is designed and developed by NIC, that is National Informatics Center, that comes under MEITY. And if we talk about this Swachhta Campaign 3.0, this was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was launched on 15th of August in 2014. Correct? And it is a cleanliness drive. Apart from this, recently, which state will be giving 50,000 rupees to the daughters of industrial workers? I repeat, which state will be providing 50,000 rupees for the daughters of the industrial workers? It is Haryana. It is Haryana. Next, Haryana only launched a portal, that is E-Bhumi portal. Correct? Next, when was the International Red Panda Day observed? So on 16th of September we observed Red Panda Day, and usually it is the third Saturday of September month that we observe this Red Panda Day in order to create awareness about the importance of the conservation of red pandas and in order to save them. The first ever edition of this day was observed in 2010, and red pandas are widely found in the forest mountains of Nepal, India, Bhutan, China and Myanmar. Next, tell me, where was the 14th edition of World Spice Congress held? It was held in Mumbai. World Spice Congress was held in Mumbai and it was the 14th edition of it. Next, when was the International Coastal Cleanup Day 2023 observed across the globe with the theme of hashtag See the Change? So, when was the International Coastal Challenge or International Coastal Cleanup Day observed with the theme or with the hashtag campaign, that is See the Change? It is also observed on 16th of September, right? Mark this important. And the theme or the campaign here is hashtag See the Change. Remember this, mark this theme or campaign. Next thing, remember, recently, which is the UNESCO's World Heritage Site that is related to Rabindranath Tagore? It is Shanti Niketan. That is Shanti Niketan has been described as the or has got the UNESCO's World Heritage tag. And recently also, remember, Women's Reservation Bill was also passed in Lok Sabha. Next, PM Modi also laid the foundation stone for a Lord Shiva based or Lord Shiva themed stadium where in UP. In UP, Lord Shiva theme based stadium that will be in Uttar Pradesh, and in Uttar Pradesh only, remember, a city will be coming up as the solar city, which is that it is Ayodhya. It is Ayodhya, and this is for Uttar Pradesh. Another interesting fact about Uttar Pradesh is that the first ever Moto GP was held here, and where was this held? It was held in Greater Noida, Grena. Correct? So multiple questions, and we are seeing multiple progress in Uttar Pradesh now. Next, in September 2023, Sulina Channel connected the Dunabe River to the Dash Sea. Which is the sea? It is Black Sea. Right? So remember, Russia's drone strike aimed to disrupt the Ukraine's grain trade route via the Dunabe River, and recently, remember, the Sulina Channel connected the Dunabe River to the Black Sea. Right? Next, remember, which is the India's 42nd UNESCO World Heritage Site that is located, or which is it? Tell me. It is the name of a temple. It is Hoysala Temple. Correct? This is the 42nd UNESCO's World Heritage Site. Then where was the, as we were discussing about UP here, remember one more thing about UP that is interesting, that is International Trade Show. This was the first international trade show of UP and it was inaugurated by President Draupadi Murmu. Next, another thing about UP, remember 16 Atal Avasiya Vidyalayas will be coming up where in UP. I repeat, how many Atal Avasiya Vidyalaya? 16 Atal Avasiya Vidyalayas will be coming up in Uttar Pradesh. Next, how many Indian youths have been nominated for the International Yoga Eco Hero Award 2023? So how many? It is 5. Next, Griha Aadhar scheme, that is to empower the Goan homemakers, right? I repeat, Griha Aadhar scheme that is launched by Goa and it is to empower the Goan homemakers. If we are talking about Goa, it became the first state in India to provide free IVF, that is in vitro fertilization, in their government hospitals. Next, where was the 4th edition of the G20 Infrastructure Working Group meeting held? It was held in Madhya Pradesh. Next, remember, recently Government of India, they have unveiled a chatbot. Correct? It is a WhatsApp chatbot for PM Kisan scheme. You tell me the name of this chatbot, right? What is the name of this chatbot that was recently launched for PM Kisan scheme? Next, the Defence Acquisition Council granted acceptance of necessity for capital acquisition proposals of various weapon systems and platforms that amount to dash rupees. So that total amounts to 45,000 crore rupees, right? Defence Acquisition Council recently provided acceptance of necessity, and with this various weapon systems and platforms that are built in India, correct, and they are indigenously developed, for them 45,000 crore rupees has been approved by DAC. Next, remember, recently, if question asked is that what is the rank of India in the global crypto index or global crypto adoption index? What is the rank of India? And this was the 4th edition of this report released by Chain Analysis. Which is the country that is top there? India is on the top position. Second is Nigeria. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to dedicated launches made by PM Narendra Modi in September 2023? So if we look at the options, all these options are correct here. A option, PM Modi dedicated the phase 1 of International Convention and Expo Center, also known as Yashobhumi, on the occasion of Vishwakarma Jayanti. So important, take a note of it. Second, Prime Minister also launched PM Vishwakarma scheme covering 18 focus areas of artisans and craftsmen along with its logo tagline, that is Samman, Samarthya, Samriddhi, and their portal, that is a website. Right. Third, he released a customized stamp sheet, a toolkit, that is e-booklet, and a video on the occasion. So all these 3 options are correctly mentioned here. What was the rank of India in the digital quality of life index? What is the rank here? India ranked at 52nd position. If the question asked here is which is the best country for 2023, it is Switzerland. And this is for the 2nd consecutive time Switzerland was awarded or recognized as the world's best country. Next, which of the following Indian heritage sites has been recently inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List under the Cultural Heritage category? Which is it? It is both 1 and 2, that is Shantiniketan in West Bengal. We just saw Shantiniketan is of whom? We just saw, we were discussing about it, Rabindranath Tagore, right? And then Sacred Assembles of the Hoysalas in Karnataka. We just also saw that Hoysala temple that is in Karnataka has also become the 42nd UNESCO World Heritage Site. So right option becomes both 1 and 2 here. Next is Digital Quality of Life Index. We just saw about it, right? It was released by Surfshark Limited, and this Surfshark, they released this, and question asked here is what was the rank of India in this particular index? So India stood at 52nd position, right? India stood at 52nd position. And this was the 5th edition of the Digital Quality of Life Index. This index features 121 countries. Next thing, remember, in order to finance MSME solar rooftop, in order to finance MSME solar rooftops. Which organization has tied up with SIDBI? It is Tata Power. Apart from it, remember SIDBI, they also partnered with Odisha Fund in order to finance the MSMEs of Odisha, and for which they have contributed, or they have started a fund of 100 crore rupees. Next, which small finance bank launched the Maxima saving account and Business Maxima current account for medium and large business entities? Which is it? It is your Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. They have launched this Maxima saving account and Business Maxima current account for both medium and large business entities. Here, annual interest on the Maxima saving account will be up to 7.5%. This is up to, correct? Then next, remember, in order to provide seamless cross-border payment, Yes Bank has partnered with which organization? It is Brisk Pay, right? Apart from this, remember, Indian Bank, we just saw they launched which platform? Sathi. Then apart from this, IREDA, they signed an MOU with which organization or which bank to be specific, in order to finance renewable, or in order to promote renewable energy adoption? It is Bank of Maharashtra, right? YONO, this is application of which bank? SBI, and they are providing digital opening of NRE and NRO account, that is bank accounts for the women who are NRIs, right? Or NRE NRO accounts, they will be set up through YONO, and this is provided by SEBI, or this is provided by SBI. Next, name the personality from India along with his team member who has been recently, or who has recently won the 2023 IG Nobel Prize under the mechanical engineering category. Anoop Ranjan, correct? 2023 IG Nobel Prize were awarded during the 33rd first annual IG Nobel Prize ceremony held on 14th of September. This IG Nobel Prize is the prize for humorous scientific achievements, and the aim is to provide humor achievement that first makes people laugh and then make them think about it, and that is the reason this IG Nobel Prize is provided. I repeat, this is given in scientific achievements. First, if the scientific achievement in such a way that this will first make people laugh, that scientific achievement, but later on it will make people think about the same, correct? And Anoop Ranjan, he is from India. Next is which union will be added as the, or which union will be the new member of G20 to make it G21? It is African Union. Next, which is the best performing currency as of now and which is in news? It is which currency? Is currency of Afghanistan, right? They are performing the best right now. Next, how many artists have recently received the Sangeet Natak Academy Amrit Award from the Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankad? So this Sangeet Natak Academy Amrit Award, they were presented by the Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankad, and how many people were presented here? 84, right? These awards are constituted to honor all the Indian artists, those who have aged above 75 years of age, and they have not been awarded with any national honor in their career. So 84 artisans were awarded here with this Sangeet Natak Academy Amrit Award. Next, Neeraj Chopra finished dash in the men's javelin throw event with dash meters at the Diamond League 2023 final held in Oregon, USA. So what is the rank of Neeraj Chopra here? So Neeraj Chopra stood second, that is silver medal, correct? And he threw a throw of 83.80 meters, and this was during the Diamond League that held in Oregon, USA. So right option here becomes option 3, correct? Next, remember who has been appointed as the chairman of MasterCard India. He will be former SBI chief Rajneesh Kumar. Who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of lubricants brand Mobilil? Hrithik Roshan. Then recently the first women army surgeon to become a para commando, she is Payal Chhabra. Next, in September, dash operation, a drill involving all stakeholders of the coastal security construct, was conducted by Indian Coast Guard along the west coast. So remember Operation Sajag, correct? It is your Operation Sajag. This is a drill that involved all the stakeholders of the coastal security construct, right? That was conducted by Indian Coast Guard. Now the different question can be asked is that this operation Sajag was conducted by which organization or which force? It was conducted by Indian Coast Guard, and it was along the west coast, and this drill facilitates the revalidation of the coastal security mechanism and also brings awareness among the fishermen at the seas. Correct? So right option here becomes Operation Sajak. Apart from this, who has been appointed as the chairman of DIPA, that is your Digital Infrastructure Providers Association? He will be Dhananjay Joshi. And who has been appointed as the CEO of Penguin Random House? Nihar Malviya. Next, when was the Marathwada Liberation Day celebrated? I repeat, when was your Marathwada Liberation Day celebrated? It is celebrated on 17th of September, correct? And this Marathwada region of present day is in Maharashtra, and it was a part of then princely state, that is Hyderabad, correct? It was under Nizam's rule, and it is on 17th of September observed as Marathwada Liberation Day. Next, remember who has been appointed or reappointed, who has been reappointed as FDFC Bank Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer? Shashidhar Jagdishan. Shashidhar Jagdishan. Next, which ministry has recently inaugurated Udan Bhavan, an integrated office complex and an e-wallet Bharat Kosh Advanced Deposit Facility? Which is the ministry? It is Ministry of Civil Aviation, right? Ministry of Civil Aviation, they have inaugurated Udan Bhavan, correct? This is an integrated office complex that is at Safdarjung Airport in Delhi. And apart from this, an e-wallet facility for Ministry of Civil Aviation was also launched, that is Bharat Kosh Advanced Deposit. This is an e-wallet facility. So these two things were recently inaugurated and launched by whom? Launched by Jyotiraditya Scindia. This question can also be asked, right? Then remember, this new integrated office complex has G+3 levels that are constructed above the ground, and the rest 3 acts as a basement levels and accommodate more than 1270 officials. It was built with a cost of 375 crore rupees. This e-wallet that we are talking about, Bharat Kosh Advanced Facility Deposit Facility, this will be particularly useful for processing fees for various regulatory approvals in the Bharat Kosh portal. Next, which bank has recently introduced a digital facility for NRIs to effortlessly open non-resident external and non-resident ordinary bank accounts? And we just saw they will be opened through YONO app, and that is of which bank? That is of State Bank of India, right? And this particular service is designed for the NRI customers. Next, remember who was awarded with Singapore's top fellowship? Who is the person who was awarded with Singapore's top fellowship? He will be Himanta Biswa Sharma, right? Next, which is the best tourism village of India? Best tourism village of India. Important question. Which is it? It is Kriteshwari. It is Kriteshwari. And in which state is it? It is in West Bengal. Next, Reserve Bank of India approved the reappointment of Shashidhar Jagdishan as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dash Bank for a period of 3 years. So, which is it? It is your HDFC Bank, and here he has been appointed as the MD and CEO of HDFC Bank for next 3 years, that is till 26th of October 2026. Earlier he was appointed in 2020, correct? And now his term was till 27th of October 2023, and now he has been given an extension of 3 years till 2026. Next, Indian Army inducted 600 indigenously manufactured self-neutralizing anti-tank mines Vaibhav to provide mobility kill against all enemy armored vehicles. Question asked here is, this anti-tank self-neutralizing anti-tank mines Vaibhav is being manufactured by which company for the Indian Army? So these anti-tank mines by the name Vibhav are being developed or manufactured by Kalyani Group, right? And if question asked that they were developed by which organization, so they were developed by DRDO, and they are being manufactured by whom? They are manufactured by Kalyani Group, right? And these Vibhav question can be asked that these Vibhav will be provided to which force? They will be provided to Indian Army, right? Then apart from this, if I ask you which is the most reliable trading platform for 2023, most reliable trading platform, right? Which is it? It is Binomo. It is Binomo. Next, name the personality who has recently won the F1 Singapore Airlines Singapore Grand Prix 2023. He will be Carlos Sainz Jr. Right? He drives for which organization or which company? He drives for Ferrari. He is of Spain and he has recently won the Singapore Grand Prix. Apart from this, which is the racer F1 racer who won 10 consecutive F1 races and he made a record with this? He is Max Verstappen who drives for Red Bull. Next, which aerospace company recently inaugurated their first cutting edge gear and gearboxes manufacturing facility? It is Sakanda Aerospace Technology Private Limited, right? This was a collaboration between Raghuvanshi Raghuvanshi Machine Tools in Hyderabad, right? And they inaugurated their first ever. Next, which of the following cities in USA will host the International Cricket Council Men's T20 World Cup in 2024? Here, New York, Florida and Dallas. These are the three cities of United States of America that will be hosting the ICC Men's T20 World Cup that is going to be held in 2024, right? Important: New York, Florida and USA. Now, if we talk about the Asia Cup that was recently held, it was won by India, right? And they defeated Sri Lanka in the finals. And which were the host countries here? Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Next, which Government of India Office Authority has recently signed an agreement with CSIR's National Physical Laboratory in order to develop Indian Standard Time Traceable Primary Reference Time Clock for Telecom sector? See, basically this is to promote one nation, one time, correct? And which Government of India office or authority recently signed an agreement with CSIR's National Physical Laboratory here? It is Center for Development of Telematics, right? And this was to promote one nation, one time. The time clock will be based on the regional navigation satellite system, that is NAVIC. And what is NAVIC? Navigation with Indian constellation. Here the difference can be of almost plus minus 20 nanoseconds. Nano is 10 to the power minus 9. Next, Union Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Dharmendra Pradhan has launched Skill on Wheels. Not just Dharmendra Pradhan, remember Dharmendra Pradhan along with Om Birla sir, they have launched this Skills on Wheels initiative that was in collaboration with National Skill Development Corporation and which bank? It is your IndusInd Bank. So another thing to remember that this Skills on Wheels was in collaboration with NSDC along with IndusInd Bank, and they were launched by, this was launched by Dharmendra Pradhan and Om Birla. Next, as per the global report on hypertension, the race against a serial killer released by WHO in September, the world is not on track to meet the voluntary global targets of 25% reduction in the prevalence of raised blood pressure by dash year by 2025, right? So this is and this was one of the first report that was released on high blood pressure, correct? And this high blood pressure is because of hypertension, right? And this can various factors can lead to this high blood pressure. The normal blood pressure is in the range of 80 to 120. Above this it is your high blood pressure and below this is your lower blood pressure. So right option here becomes option 2, 2025. Next, name the organization that recently signed a statement of intent with International Organization for Standardization to advance the achievements of Sustainable Development Goals. It is United Nations Development Program, UNDP. So ISO, that is International Organization for Standardization, and United Nations Development Program, they have signed a statement of intent to use internal standards as a tool in advancing the sustainable development goals, and we know 17 sustainable development goals has to be achieved by the year 2030, which is sustainable development goal 1, that is no poverty, right? No poverty. Next, which of the following cooperative banks was not recently received monetary penalties from RBI for citing its authority under the Banking Regulation Act? Correct. So which among the following recently cooperative banks have not received any monetary penalty from RBI? It is your which bank? It is Abhyudaya Cooperative Bank Limited, that is of Maharashtra. They did not receive any monetary policy. Rest all of them received a monetary policy. If we look at Lal Bagh Cooperative Bank, that is in Gujarat, they received a monetary penalty of 5 lakh rupees. Cooperative Bank of Mehsana Limited, it received 3.5 lakh rupees monetary policy. Harij Nagrik Sahakari Bank Limited of Gujarat received 3 lakh rupees monetary policy penalty, and National Cooperative Bank Limited of Maharashtra, they received 1 lakh rupees of monetary penalty. Next, in September, Indian Air Force successfully tested the indigenously developed Type 5 heavy drop system, that is a multi-stage parachute from a cargo aircraft. Now the question asked is that this multi-stage parachute was developed by which company? So it was developed by Airbornex Defense and Space Private Limited. I repeat, Airbornex Defense and Space Private Limited. They have developed this Type 5 heavy drop system using a multi-stage parachute. Question asked here is that this was manufactured by whom? This parachute, it was developed by Airbornex Defense and Space Private Limited. Correct. And this parachute weighs up to 20 tons, and it is similar to that of a if you play PUBG, right? In this PUBG there is a place where you can go and have supplies, right? There will be a supply that will be coming from the space using the parachutes, and it is similar kind of that only, right? Means the idea is same here. Next, name the company that recently signed 2 non-binding MOUs with Lloyd's Register and Caterpillar Incorporation for hydrogen fuel cell ferry and medium speed engines respectively. Which is the organization? It is GRSE. If we are talking about hydrogen fuel, then we will be talking about green hydrogen. So first bus that was tested on pilot basis that will be using hydrogen as a fuel was tested where? It was tested in Ladakh. Next thing, the first train that will be running on green hydrogen will be flagged off from Jind, Haryana. Right, both of them are important. Next, India finished 5th in the medal tally with dash medals at the International Shooting Sport Federation Rifle Pistol World Cup that was held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in September 2023. So remember, India finished 5th in the medal tally with 2 medals at the ISSF Rifle Pistol World Cup held in Rio de Janeiro in September. Right here, one was gold and one was silver. Next, if I ask you to tell me recently which state has won the 5th edition of National Wheelchair Rugby Championship, and this was held in Pune, Maharashtra. So it is your Maharashtra state that has topped here. Then next line, remember recently we just saw that MotoGP was held in Uttar Pradesh, correct? The first ever edition. Now the question becomes, who was the title sponsor of this MotoGP Bharat? It is Indian Oil was the title sponsor of this MotoGP Bharat, the first ever edition. Next, when was the theme of UN International Day of Peace 2023 that was observed across the globe on 21st of September 2023? So what is the theme here? Actions for peace, our ambition for the hashtag global goals. I repeat, the theme for the UN International Day of Peace that was observed across the globe on 21st of September, it is actions for peace, our ambition for the hashtag global goals. Right? Take a note of it. And the first ever this day, that is World Peace Day, when do we observe this? It was observed in 1982. Next, which state government has recently declared June 29th as the Traders Welfare Day? So June 29th has been declared as the Traders Welfare Day by Uttar Pradesh. Multiple questions has been done today and revised for Uttar Pradesh government, right? For Uttar Pradesh state. Mark this, important. Then next only remember, what is the official anthem released by ICC for Men's Cricket World Cup? That is Dil Jashan बोले, दिल जशन बोले. Next, remember, when do we observe World Ozone Day? O3 is the symbol of ozone, right? So when do we observe World Ozone Day? It is observed on 16th of September. Next, name the state government that recently unveiled the एकात्मा की प्रतिमा, एकात्मा की प्रतिमा और स्टैचू ऑफ वननेस ऑफ आदि शंकराचार्य इन ओमकारेश्वर. So remember, if asked about एकात्मा की प्रतिमा or status of oneness of Adi Shankaracharya in Omkareshwar was unveiled by which state government? As it is in Omkareshwar, where is this Omkareshwar? It is in Madhya Pradesh, right? So we can say this statue of oneness of Adi Shankaracharya or Ekatma ki Pratima was where unveiled? It was unveiled in Madhya Pradesh, and this is 108 feet tall statue. Next, according to the growth of ultra processed foods in India, an analysis of trends, issues and policy recommendation report was released by WHO in September that India's ultra processed food sector grew at a compound annual growth rate of how much percent in retail sales value from 2011 to 2021. So it grew by how much percent? 13.37%, and it is between 2011 to 2021 with a CAGR of 13.37%. Then when do we observe World Bamboo Day? 18th of September. International Day of Peace on 21st of September. And on 18th only we observe the International Equal Pay Day. Then on 21st of September we also observe World Alzheimer's Day. Next, name the Indian naval ship that recently conducted vital mixed gas diving training session as a part of INSLN Divex between India and Sri Lanka. We can also guess from here that Indian Navy and Sri Lankan Navy took part in this Divex exercise 2023 that was conducted between India and Sri Lanka. Now the question asked here is that which Indian naval ship took part in this Divex? It is Nirakshak. So INS Nirakshak took part in this Divex exercise, right? And it was conducted based on the mixed gas diving training sessions. Next, remember, if I ask you recently saw here about the Adi Shankaracharya statue, right? And it will be Statue of Oneness in Madhya Pradesh. Here only if I ask you a 108 feet tall statue of Lord Shri Ram will be built where? It will be built in the Kurnool. Next, remember, National Medical Commission of India was awarded the recognition status by World Federation for Medical Education for a period of dash years with immediate effects. So it was for 10 years, and with this Indian medicine students who are related to the medical field, right now they will be able to practice in multiple countries such as your Australia, New Zealand, Canada and even USA. Right, this is an important step taken by the government of India, and with this recognition, current existing 706 existing medical colleges in India will become this WFME accredited, and new medical colleges that will be coming up in the 10 years time will automatically be WFME accredited. Right, then first ever transgender birth certificate, first ever transgender birth certificate was given by which state or was issued by which state? It was issued by Rajasthan. So right option here becomes C. Next, in which of the following bank HDFC Asset Management Company received the approval from RBI to acquire additional holdings of up to 9.5% of the paid up share capital or voting rights? So which is it? It is your Karur Vasai Bank and DCB Bank Limited, right? For both of them, remember, HDFC Asset Management Company recently received the approval from RBI to acquire additional 9.5% of the paid up share capital or voting rights. Next, when was World Rhino Day observed across the globe? It is on 22nd of September we observe World Rhino Day. Right? Next is in September, Prime Minister Narendra Modi proposed that the old Parliament building be known as Samvidhan Sadan. Right, the old Parliament building was designed by whom? So two questions. First, the old Parliament building will be known as by what name? By Samvidhan Sadan, and the old building was developed or designed by whom? It was designed by Edwin Lutyens. This is important. And second name you need to remember is Herbert Baker, right? Herbert Baker and Edwin Lutyens, they designed the old parliament building that will be now known as Samvidhan Sadan. Next, AI chatbot for Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme that was recently launched by Kailash Chaudhary. Question asked here is what is the name of it? And I gave you this homework, but it is provided here. So it is your Kisan E Mitra. This is the name of the chatbot, that is an AI chatbot that was launched for PM Kisan scheme. Right? Important. Right? This will empower the farmers with a user friendly and accessible platform. Next, which country's navy along with Indian Navy has recently begun the 30th edition of Simbex 2023? Simbex, as the name suggests, Singapore India Maritime Bilateral Exercise, right? So this is between Indian Navy and Singapore Navy. This exercise was conducted. That was the 13th edition of Simbex, right? And what is the location where this exercise was conducted? It was in the South China Sea. It was conducted in two phases, in land phase and sea phase. Next, which financial institute or regulatory body of India has recently signed an MOU with UP New and Renewable Energy Development Agency to solarize the residential units at Ayodhya to finance the bioenergy and renewable energy project? And I mentioned which city will be developed as a solar city now. It is Ayodhya. So for this, a tie-up was done between, an MOU was signed between UP New and Renewable Energy Development Agency and SIDBI, that is Small Industries and Development Bank of India, for providing solar rooftops for the residential units. Next, which bank has recently launched Neo for Business, a distinctive one-stop transaction banking platform for Indian MSMEs? I repeat, which bank recently launched Neo for Businesses, that is a distinctive one-stop transaction banking platform for Indian MSMEs? Which is it? It is your Axis Bank, right? This is a first of its kind comprehensive digital proposition that supports real, current and emerging transaction banking needs of MSME. Next is, in which state a new species of marine tardigrade called Batlipis kalami, and this name, if you remember, it is based on whom? APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So on his name this Batlipis kalami was named, and this is a new species of the marine tardigrade. Question asked here is that this was discovered where? It was discovered in the state of Tamil Nadu. Who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? M.K. Stalin, right? Next is, when was the United Nations International Day of Sign Languages observed across the globe with the theme "A world where deaf people everywhere can sign anywhere," right? So this is the theme, and question asked here is, when do we observe this International Day of Sign Languages? It is observed on 23rd of September. Then remember, International Week of the Deaf People is observed from 18th to 24th of September. And remember, there is your American Sign Language and there is your British Sign Language. Next, name the IIIT that has been recently awarded the Green University Award. It is your IIIT Bangalore that has been awarded the Green University Award. Right? So friends, these were your important current affairs for the third week of September month. If you find the session useful and important and it was beneficial for you for your revision perspective, all you have to do is like the video, share the link of this video with your friends and let them know about this wonderful platform Affairs Cloud, where you get the current affairs in various formats, in daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, in topic wise, and in your PDS format also on our application. Right? So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairs Cloud _official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.